Hey everyone, Jack from Fantasy Can here. Today we are going to be drafting from the number 11 spot, but before we do that, I just want to ask all of you guys to please subscribe. We've been trying to get this off the ground for a little bit now, and any type of help will be extremely helpful. We're producing a lot of quality content, so I'm sure you will enjoy, and I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get right into it. So for this draft, we're going to be looking more towards getting focusing on getting probably Kelsey, more or less, getting a tight end that's going to be really solid for us. That way we can solidify that position and have to worry about that and focus on wide receivers and running backs. So the first thing that we're going to take here, we're going to take James Conner. He's the best running back available right now. And Kelsey got taken. Wow. All right. So going to audible. We're going to take Tyreek Hill here. And now we have a good running back and a good wide receiver. We're already set up pretty nice. So we're going to grab two more people at the turn. Hopefully we get stuck with someone half decent. Aaron Jones is there. I'm going to pick Aaron Jones. And now we have a little bit of a choice here. We got Zach Ertz. We got Brandon Cooks. And here's my piece on Zach Ertz. So my problem with Zach Ertz is that when he plays, he's extremely good, but he's not as consistent as we would like him to be. That's kind of been my main problem with him just for as long as he's been around for. Ertz has always been a little inconsistent, just regards with his career. Last year he was obviously very good. He was number 2 tight end. But keep in mind that if you take a look at what he did points per game, it was extremely inconsistent, and there really wasn't anything there. So I don't necessarily love Ertz. I mean, he's going to be a dude who's going to sometimes give you a lot of points. But again, there's just those days where he's not going to be able to give you them too. But the person who I see the most value right here is Aaron Jones, so I'm going to take him. Then if Ertz becomes available, we can start talking about him at the turn. Yep, we're going to take Ertz because the only people I would want otherwise would be Brandon Cooks or Stephon Diggs. So we're going to lock up Ertz. And now we have our tight end. Moving in the next round, I'm looking to target a wide receiver, or if the running back is good enough, I can put him in as a flex. Let's see who we got. So right now I don't really love the people who are available to us, so I'm going to go ahead, slide down, check a couple more out, see who we got around here. So wide receivers aren't really looking too good. Allen Robinson pretty much is our best available player here, which isn't ideal, but at the same time, he's still a number 1 wide receiver in their offense, so I feel decent about him. So we're going to pick him up. We like flex position or a wide receiver here, but so we're looking for a flex guy or a wide receiver. But the thing is none of the running backs or receivers that are available, I don't like any of them. So we're going to draft the best player available to us, and right now that is very clearly Deshaun Watson. So we're going to pick him up, and hopefully we can still manage to get a decent wide receiver and a decent flex coming around at the turn here. All right, so we got Christian Kirk and Latavius Murray is right there. I was hoping to get Kirk. I'm glad we were able to get him. I'm a big fan of Kirk. I think he's a good sleeper for this year. But we did miss out on Latavius Murray with that right there, which is upsetting, but we'll have to find a different guy. So going over to flex spots, again, there aren't really many running backs that I necessarily love. There's Austin Ekeler, who honestly could be pretty good depending on what happens with Melvin Gordon. But there's still no one that I really love here. So if I had to pick anyone right now, I would probably go, I'm going to go with Ekeler because he is most likely to scoop up a lot of points. So looking at this team that we drafted, obviously I like our quarterback, and our running backs are good too. The only problems that I really have are with our 2 wide receivers kind of at the end. I think that Christian Kirk is a good wide receiver 3. But Allen Robinson is not a person I would want for a wide receiver 2. But we did kind of we decided we were going to do that when drafted Zach Ertz. Looking at this team, we got Deshaun Watson, James Conner, Aaron Jones, Tyreek Hill, Robinson, Kirk, Ertz, and Ekeler. If there's one thing that I really want to with this team, it's the wide receivers, because Allen Robinson is a good receiver to have, but he's not the guy I would ideally have for a wide receiver 2. So I can always try and make a trade to get someone around there. Bench players, when we keep drafting, we're going to try and get a lot of running backs, a lot of wide receivers, because we already have a tight end and a quarterback that are good. So the only thing that we have to do is focus on running backs and receivers. But the team as a whole really isn't terrible. I think that it definitely needs to get more wide receiver help, but after that, I feel pretty confident. Maybe someone to put in the flex spot besides Ekeler, but Ekeler for the first week I think is fine because, again, he's the Chargers running back. And assuming things with Melvin Gordon don't work out, I like that a lot. So we're going to get going into our next draft. So this time, we are going to lock up Travis Kelce right away. Not going to really mess around with that. And I think we're going to go with Kelce, and we're going to go with Tyreek Hill too. We're going to get both our guys, lock them up. I know they're both Chiefs guys, but again, Mahomes behind the helm. Mahomes dishing the ball. You got to feel good. We're looking to grab running backs here. We don't have too many available to us, which isn't ideal. Kind of put ourselves into a little bit of a hole, but I do like Diggs a lot. We already have a lot by week 12, which is something probably to avoid. So we're going to pick up Derrick Henry for sure. Grab him. And now Stephon Diggs and Cooks are gone. Same thing happened last time. And we're going to go get Josh Jacobs. We got to get some running backs on here one way or another, but I really do like what we got going on so far. Because Derrick Henry, high upside, Josh Jacobs, high upside. But again, there's question marks there, so we're going to load up our bench with running backs no matter what. So now we are into later rounds. And Mike Williams is taken in the 4th, which is going pretty high. But with the people that we have available to us, I don't love any of the wide receivers that are available to us, but we're already going to suffer a wide receiver because we took the 2 running backs at the turn there. But we also have Travis Kelce, who makes up for having pretty much being another wide receiver, so that's not something we totally have to worry about here. I'm tempted to go with Deshaun Watson again, but I know that we can wait in a quarterback, so we're going to draft Jeffrey as our wide receiver 2. More or less a wide receiver 3, including Kelce. So, and now, there's no one else that I would want to grab besides Tevin Coleman because he has a high chance to break out. Think about it this way. Jerick McKinnon is still a little bit injured. Coleman has been a guy who, when he was given the star role in Atlanta, he actually did a pretty good job. He got consistent fantasy points, and even when Freeman was there, he was still able to put up a lot of points. So you throw him in an offense that is with the 49ers, you got Jimmy Garoppolo, Kittle, and all those other people, you feel good. There's a lot of stuff that can be going on with Tevin Coleman, especially if McKinnon stays out. But with that being said, you will make sure that you lock up McKinnon too in the later rounds, as we're going to be trying to do. But we're going to try and we're trying to solidify our team first. Quarterbacks available to us are pretty solid still. We don't have to do anything too crazy about that. Ideally, let's lock up a wide receiver here. Christian Kirk still available, and you know I'm a great Christian Kirk guy. Again, by week 12, but by week 12, we'll have something else. But when week 12 comes around, it's because like these guys have such a late bye week. My team is gonna like fluctuate so much, and even then, like it's not terrible just to lose 1 week. You're probably not going undefeated anyway, so like just draft people who you think are gonna be good. So yeah, Kirk now. I really don't want to do anything too crazy with quarterbacks yet, so I really miss. And I'm not a huge fan of Russell Wilson either. I like him, but at the same time, he does that thing where he puts up a lot of big points some games and then inconsistent in others, and that's just something I really like to avoid. So I'm not going to go for him. We're going to try and get Jared Goff in the next round, but because we need runners here, we're going to draft Rashard Penny. And then on this turn, we're going to target Jared Goff. And he's right there. Pick him up. And this team is interesting. The running backs are question marks, but besides that, I really like it a decent amount. I think that Tevin Coleman is going to be good as a flex, great flex starter. I think Goff is a more than suitable quarterback. The only questions the only people I feel uneasy about are my 2 running backs, Derrick Henry and Josh Jacobs, and one of them is bound to do something. One of them is bound to be at least an RB2, so I shouldn't be too worried. But at the same time, though, definitely need to make sure that we have those guys on the bench that are able to kind of bail me out if they don't end up working for me. Receivers, I mean, I like them. I think that Alshon Jeffrey is a decent person to have as a wide receiver 2 when you have a good tight end like this. And Christian Kirk is wide receiver 3 when we got a good tight end. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Overall, I like this team a lot. And it's just the questions at running backs that are really kind of holding me back. But besides that, I like it a lot. So really, when you're picking number 11, you have to make sure that you know what the number 12 is doing. because if you don't have any idea what they're doing, that could mess up your turn so much. Keep an idea of what they have on their team, because if you know they need wide receivers and you got to pick a wide receiver soon, pick that wide receiver, and then after that, after they pick two, be the one where you pick the other guy that you know that they don't want. It's really just coming to reading the room, and that's super important, especially when you're drafting. Well, alright guys, thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment. Check out our website for articles posted and to keep updated on everything that's going on. Check out our social media. We got people working on that, trying to make that better. Stories are looking pretty good, really interactive. Nathan's doing a great job, so please check that out. And I will see you guys later.